coming up? Am I coming? Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. All right. All right. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. I'll take care of a couple of things real quick. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Y'all know how we do it. We gotta do a sound and mic check. Let me know you can hear me. Give me at least two of y'all. Let me know that y'all can hear me. So y'all can't hear me, okay? Alright, y'all can't hear me. Alright, we're gonna get right into it. My man Young Jay in the building. What's up, bro? How you doing, my man? How you doing? Alright, we're gonna get right into the show, guys. Everybody, welcome to the Chris Storm Show 2.0. Let's do it. Fucking love the intro. Love the intro. Love the intro. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do something. Hold on. Alright, now that's better. I've got to cut my lights on, get my graphics on. I've got to cut my lights on, get my damn graphics on. So hopefully y'all see the graphics right now. What up, King guys? What up, Derice? What up, Donna Jackson? What up, Miss Hogan? What up, Auntie Niecy? Danielle, what's going on, chick? How you doing? How you doing? My man Young J, Jackie in the building. What's going on? Guys, I ain't done Jen, what's going on? I see you in the building. I ain't done nothing on this channel in a while, so I don't expect too many people come in, at least not. Well, you got 14 people here. Oh, okay, cool. That's what's up. I ain't done on this channel in a while, so I chose to do this story on this channel. One, because I'm fear of getting flagged on my main channel, which I'm thinking some people are getting hit doing this story. At least that's from what I'm hearing. But I don't know if they just playing the video straight up and not giving commentary. I don't know, but y'all know me, you know, if I do a story, I'm going to give a commentary. So, you know, I don't get flagged. You feel me? So, welcome everybody to the show. Chris Storm Show 2.0. It's been a long time. Guys, I want to thank y'all for the wishes yesterday all over Facebook. Some of y'all hit me up on Instagram. Y'all hit me up on my community post on YouTube. You know, it's a... You know, like I always say, man, you know, we hate to lose anybody, but something about losing them grandparents, you know, it's just crazy, man, losing them grandparents. You know, that shit kind of hit you the hardest. But I will be honest, you know, I really wasn't that close to this grandmother, but she was still my grandmother. I mean, I knew her and she knew me. And she always welcomed me. And, of course, I welcomed her. And, she used to always be excited when she hear my voice, you know, especially when I call on her birthday, when I call on Mother's Day. If y'all can just hear the excitement in her voice when I call, well, I'm pretty much sure she like that with everybody, but I guess by me being the distant one from everybody pretty much, every time I would call her birthday, she used to be like, Chris, I knew you gonna call, Chris. How you doing, Chris? I knew you was gonna call. You always call my birthday, Chris. You always call my Mother's Day. You never forget me. You never forget me. She said, I ain't heard from your mama yet, but I know she gonna call me too. You know, but it's always a pleasure to hear from you, Chris. I'm glad to hear from you, Chris. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I said, I'm doing fine, Grandma. How you doing? Oh, I'm doing fine, baby. And blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. You know, so, yeah, even though I wasn't close to it like that, like the other one, like I was to the other one, because the other one had a big major hand in my life, you know, so that's why, you know, it kind of pierced me more than this one right here. I mean, this one bothers me a little bit too, because now both of my grandmas are gone. You know, I don't have any grandmas left. You know, so both of them is gone. So I thank every last one of y'all for your well wishes and everything. It really mean a lot to me. I suppose they did the story yesterday, but got the news like right before I had to get ready to get prepared to do the story. That's when I got the news from my mom's, and she laid it on me. You know, she got a call from my auntie, and auntie said, you know, she passed away like 12 something that morning. So I just went in the spot to do no show yesterday, at least about the show about this. You know, I just went in no good spot, but I think I'm in a good spot today, and we're gonna do it today. Amen. We're gonna do it today. My man, Mr. Community Ben, what's going on, brother? What's going on with y'all? But first, before we get into this story, I want to show y'all something real quick that I heard people was talking about, and people had sent it to me. And as always, this is motherfucking ridiculous. You got an asshole right here that was at a park. Something about she didn't have her dog on a leash, or where the fuck it was. Apparently the guy must have said something to her. He didn't say nothing wrong to her. I guess he told her, you know, hey, put your dog on a leash. I want y'all to hear what this motherfucker said up here and said. What she was gonna call the police and say that this man was doing.
He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog.
Oh shit, I ain't know we were playing that far. Oh, I got to wind all the way back. So listen to this fool.
Would you please stop? Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to
And
me.
I'm taking a picture and calling the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you...
I'm going to tell them an African-American man threatening my life. This fool said, I'm going to call the police and tell them that an African-American man threatening my life. This man ain't did shit to threaten this woman's life at all. But at the same time, while you calling police talking about this man threatening your life, look what you're doing to that damn dog. And I think there's an update to what happened to this woman. And I will tell y'all the update in a minute. This woman is an idiot.
like.
Excuse me?
Look at this fool, how she handling that dog. Look at this fool.
I'm sorry, I'm in a ramble, and there is a man, African American, he has a bicycle helmet. He is recording me and threatening me and my dog.
Hello?
There is an African American man. I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. And my... I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately.
And then sitting up there trying to cry like
I don't know.
this man really doing something.
Thank you.
That is god awful, and that was god awful acting. All right, so I guess it's safe to say that she don't like us at all. I guess it's safe to say that. And again, try to put on the act, and if this man was really doing something to her. Seriously, from my understanding, all he did was say something about put the dog on a damn leash, and he recorded you. That's it. And you went into this acting mode. I'm gonna play this shit again. Listen to the damn fool.
Would you please stop? Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to
And
me.
I'm taking a picture and calling the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
Jesus Christ.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, I'm in a ramble, and there is a man, African American, he has a bicycle helmet. He is recording me and threatening me and my dog.
Threatening me
There is an
and my
African-American
dog.
man. I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. And my...
But you choking the shit out your dog, but he threatening your dog.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately. I'm in Central Park in the ramble. I don't know.
Thank you.
Man, you cannot make this shit up, man. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the dumbest shit that I ever seen. This stupid motherfucker got mad and said, I'm gonna tell the police that you are threatening my life. Not only are you threatening my life, but you're threatening my dog life. And this motherfucker wasted police time calling him all this dumb ass shit. But now, here's the update what happened to this asshole right here. Let me read you what happened to this damn fool. For one, she got fired from her job. All right. And it says yesterday that Franklin Templeton has just announced Cooper's been fired from her job. The company said, following our internal review of the incident in the Central Park Monday, we have made the decision to terminate the employee involved effective immediately. The investment firm doubled down. We do not tolerate racism of any kind at Franklin Templeton. All right. Then it goes on to say, Karen has been put on administrative leave by her employer, an investment company, in the wake of the video surfacing. The company, Franklin Templeton, said, we take these matters very seriously and we do not condone racism of any kind. The woman, whose real name is Amy Cooper, said Monday, I sincerely and humbly apologize to everyone, especially to that man and his family. It was unacceptable, and I humbly and fully apologize to everyone who's seen that video. Everyone that's been offended, adding everyone who thinks of me in a lower light, and I understand why they do. Then it says, it appeared Karen was ashamed to return her adopted rescue, the Abandoned Angels Cocker Spaniel Rescue Inc., where she reportedly adopted a pup in March 2018, said just hours after Karen went viral, she voluntarily surrendered the dog in question to our rescue while this matter is being addressed. The dog is now in our rescue's care, and he is safe and in good health. Then it goes on to say, this is a disgusting case of caring caught on video, a white woman calling the police and pretending a black man is attacking her, where he really just asked her to put a leash on her dog. This went down Monday, New York City Central Park, and the video starts with the woman attempting to leash her dog. But then she quickly walks toward the man recording the video, who complained her dog was off leash. All dogs are required to be on leash by law in Central Park from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. What happened next is really heinous to watch play out. She asked the man to start recording her, which he didn't. She then threatened to call NYPD and tell there's an African-American man threatening her life. The man encouraged her to call, and of course she did, and carried out her threat, which you have to see. The woman started yelling and used a high-pitched, hurried tone, trying to make it sound like she was in imminent danger. It worked, law enforcement sources tell TMZ. New York PD responded around 8 a.m., but when they arrived, both parties had left, so no tickets, no arrests were told. The initial call dispatch put out to officers was a possible assault. Well, the cops didn't get her, but with the video getting around on social media, the woman is deservedly getting dragged online. And I'm sorry, I'm going to say this, maybe I'm wrong for saying this, in which in this case she deserved to be dragged. Several people believe they ID'd her and her dog. By the way, the woman was also dragging and choking her dog during her phony rant to the cops. Aside from the harmful, blatant lie about a fellow citizen, she also wasted NYPD resources at a time when the city is still recovering from being the pandemic epicenter. I can't say the word. Y'all know how it is with that word. All right. So this fool, because of her acts, they got her ass fired from her job. You dumb ass. Okay. That shit was really one call for. So again, it's safe to say that she definitely don't like us at all. Jesus Christ. She don't like us at all. Man, you gotta love America, huh? You gotta love it. Pam, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, Spencer the building. Somebody speaking to Spencer. Spencer in the building. Let me see. I said she almost killed two because her dumb mind said, yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, there she goes. She said it's so motherfucking ridiculous. Nah, dumb. She ain't fussing over no dog. The bitch sit up there and try to say that the man was sitting up there threatening her. And that man wasn't doing no such damn thing. She was trying to get that man in trouble. That's what it was. And the man wasn't doing shit. So she's an idiot. She's an idiot. All right? A straight up, bona fide idiot. Okay, I had more videos in this downloaded. Why am I not seeing all my videos? At least I thought. Hold on, guys. Let me make sure. I'm trying to see if I got all my news clips and stuff, which I thought I did, but apparently I don't. Hold on. All right. All right, so let's get into the story. We're going to get into the show now. Since we got that dumb ass out the way, we're going to get into the show. Y'all see that asshole right there? Y'all see this asshole right here? For those of you who don't know who this asshole is, his name is, damn, what the fuck this fool name is? Derek Chauvin, some shit like that. If I said that right, his name is Derek Chauvin or Chavez or some bullshit like that. But anyway, this asshole right here is the one that cost the man, George Floyd, his death. And by how he caused his death was he had his knee in the back of this man's throat. The man was saying, hey, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And this man kept his knee in the back of this man's neck. And not only did he do that, his compadres, well, one of his compadres who was standing around looking didn't do shit to tell him to stop. We got him under control. He didn't do anything. Now, everybody thought it was one cop. But kind of find out, I've been sent images, it was more than one cop. It was 4 of them. All right? So the man got so cocky with doing it that he put his hands in his pocket as he did it. And when I saw that, I said, you know, this has got to be one of the most disgusting ass videos I have ever seen. But not the worst, because the worst is yet to come. But this got to be one of the most disgusting videos that I had ever seen. And speaking of videos, we're going to get right into it. Now, warning, you got a weak heart or you got a weak stomach or you can't take stuff like this. It is very sensitive and may be graphic and may be offensive to some of you. And if it is, I tell you all to leave right now. No hard feelings. All right? But hey, if you could take it, we finna let the camera roll right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the footage of George Floyd dealing with the asshole right here, Derek and his compadres.
Look how they throwing people out here. Got him bleed on the ground. He crying and shit. Oh, that's sick.
Please. Please. Please, I can't breathe. Please, man. Please, somebody help me.
Well, you got him down, man. Let him breathe, at least, man.
I can't breathe.
I've been trying to help out. So you breathe, look at.
Y'all can hear the man telling him, you know, I can't breathe, please, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And you see it got up close right here, knee just all up in the back of the man's throat, man. I mean, the back of his neck. Wow.
Neck, man. One of my homies died in the back before he
I'm about to die to see.
Why?
Man, I can't breathe in my face. Just get up.
Look at him, got his hand in his pocket, knee all up in the back of this man's neck, and got his hand in his pocket.
Oh,
And this compadre right here just standing up here and ain't saying, ain't doing shit.
oh,
What do you want?
I can't breathe. Please, the knee in my neck. I can't breathe shit.
Bro, get up, get in the car, man.
I will.
Get up, get in the car.
I can't move.
I've been waiting the whole thing, man. Just get up, get in the car.
Mama,
Get up and get in the car
Mama.
right.
I can't.
They gave y'all the opportunity to get in, bro. I told
Bye-bye.
you can't win.
My knee.
You can't
My neck.
win, man.
I'm through.
I know you in there, but you
Dude.
didn't listen.
I'm claustrophobic. My stomach hurts. My neck hurts. Everything hurts. Get some water or something. Please. Please.
Man saying my stomach hurting, he asking for water, and all types of shit, and nobody still ain't doing nothing. Nobody ain't did nothing.
I can't breathe, officer.
Shut up.
They gonna kill me. They gonna kill me, man.
Bro, with your feet on his neck, man, you get off the
His nose is bleeding. Like,
Yeah,
come on
that's
now.
wrong right there with his feet on his neck.
Look at his nose.
See your knee on his neck.
Yeah, he got your feet right on his neck, officer.
He ain't even
cannot
resisting
breathe.
the rest.
I cannot breathe.
You just a grown, you're a tough guy. You're a tough guy, huh? I say you're a tough guy. You're not even
Other people pleading pretty much and telling, man, look, man, you got him, bro. Get off this man. Get off this man. But still, nothing was done.
rest, bro.
His whole nose is bleeding.
Follow with him.
Bro, but why you just sitting there? He ain't doing nothing now. Put him in the car.
They'll kill me.
How long y'all gotta hold him down?
This is why you don't do drugs, kids.
It ain't about drugs, bro. Y'all understand
Y'all don't gotta put y'all
his neck, bro.
right.
He is human, bro.
His nose is
What I'm saying, you
bleeding.
can put him in the car. That's some
We
bum
tried
ass
that
shit.
for 10 minutes.
That's some bum ass shit, bro. That's some bum ass shit, bro. Y'all know that. You don't gotta sit there with your knee on his neck, bro.
He's talking, he's fine.
Bro, he ain't crying, bro.
We're done.
You circle like in a jiu-jitsu move, bro. You trapped in his breathing right there, bro. Like, you don't think that what it is, bro? You don't think nobody understands that shit right there, bro? I trained at the academy, bro. That's some bullshit, bro. Right, that's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit, bro. You fucking stopping his breathing right there, bro.
I can't breathe.
Okay, he's talking. It's
He's
hard to talk when
talking.
you,
Bro, but you
it's
could
hard
get
to
him
talk
off the
when you're
ground. You been a bum right now. You could get him off the ground, bro. You could get him off the ground. You been a bum right now. He enjoying that. He enjoying that shit. He enjoying that shit. He a fucking bum, bro. He enjoying that shit right now, bro. You could have fucking put him in the car by now, bro. He's not resisting arrest or nothing. You enjoying it. Look at you. Your body language explains it. You're fucking...
His body language explained it. I agree with that. And they could have been put him in the car by now. At least I would think so too. They could have been put him in the car, but nope. This man, nobody tried to do anything to get him in the car. You got him hands down. You got him handcuffed. And you got 4 officers over there. You mean to tell me all 4 of y'all couldn't get this man up and put him in the car? I mean, are you serious? All 4 of y'all couldn't get this man up and can't put this man in the car. You got your hand in your pocket with your knee in the back of this man's neck. But I'm going to go so far as to say this. I think the reason he did it because the people on the street were just talking. That's why he did it. And he didn't give a fuck. Y'all know how some of us do sometimes. When we do stuff and we hear people, but we don't want to hear them because you ain't finna tell me what to do. So I'm going to ignore you to try to aggravate you. And the more you say something to me, I'm just going to keep on doing it like I don't hear you. That's what this man doing right here. The more they say something, the more he did it, and the more he got cocky with it. Now, me personally, I think his mans over here did want to say something, but I guess maybe he didn't have no authority to say so. I had no idea. Or maybe he didn't want to look like a punk in front of them. I don't know. But at the same time, this could be a case of, again, crooked police, crooked cops.
Bum?
Bro, get the fuck off of him.
It's the whites. They love
But
women to the
no, I
black.
already know that, bro.
London Link, this your hometown? Damn, you need to come holler at me, bro, and tell me what's up. What's going on with this, man? If this your hometown, man, you need to call into the show, bro.
I train with half of these bum ass dudes at the academy, bro. You know that's bogus right now, bro. You know it's bogus. You can't even look at me like a man because you a bum, bro. He's not even resisting arrest right now, bro.
And I don't know how good y'all can see it, but he looking down at the man, and like as he doing it, it look like he's applying more pressure as he does it. Look like he's applying more pressure as he does it.
Nose is bleeding.
You fucking stopping his breathing right now, bro. You think that's cool? You think that's cool
really
though,
not.
right? What's your oh man, what?
All right, London Lee, cool. Let me go get the phone, man, set up, man. I'll be right back.
What's your badge number, bro? You think that's cool right now, bro?
You'll call police on another police.
You think that's cool though, bro? You're a bum, bro. You're a bum for that. You're a bum for that, bro. You getting mad. You just sitting there stopping his breathing right now.
Look
The
at
dude
him.
about to go out right now, bro.
Look at
Bro.
him.
Get
Get off of him now.
What is wrong with y'all?
What the fuck? He got made. He got made. He cannot breathe. Get over here. No, first of all.
Bro, look, well, you can check on him. He's not responsive right now. He's not responsive
Look at him.
right now. He's not responsive right now. He's not responsive right now. He's not responsive right now, bro. No, bro, look at him. He's not responsive right now, bro.
Check for a pulse.
Bro, are you serious? You gonna just let him sit there with that on
Let
his
me
neck,
see a
bro?
pulse.
Is he breathing right now? Check his
How long
pulse.
we have this conversation?
Check his pulse.
Okay.
Check his pulse, Tal.
I'm
Tal,
telling
check
you
his
right
pulse.
now.
Tal, check his pulse, bro.
Look at this dude.
Bro, check his pulse, bro. You bogus, bro.
Don't do
You
drugs,
bogus.
guys.
Don't do drugs, bro. What is that? What do you think that is? You call what he doing okay?
Get back
You
on the
call what
street.
he doing okay? You call what you doing? You call what he doing okay,
Are you
bro?
really a firefighter?
Yes,
Bro.
I am from Minneapolis.
Bro, you think that's okay? Check his pulse.
Check it right
Tal,
fucking
check his
now.
pulse.
Get back on the street.
Check. The man ain't moved yet, bro. The man ain't moved yet, bro.
Where?
All right, London Lee,
Bro, you're a bum, bro. You're a bum, bro.
I'm gonna see if I can find that email you sent me. I know I saved it, man. I'm gonna see if I can find your email, and I'm gonna call you in just a minute.
You're
Check his
definitely
pulse
a
right
bum,
now.
bro.
Tell me what it is. Tell me what his pulse is right now.
Check
I swear
the
to God.
pulse. Bro, he has not moved not one time.
He's
bro.
off. He's off track or no?
But yeah, bro, go back in the store, bro. You don't understand.
No,
bro.
I'm the reason.
Okay, that's cool. Go back in the store, bro. Go back in the store, bro. He's not fucking
I see
moving.
that. I see that,
bro.
I'm trying to help y'all out,
Bro, you don't.
You heard this fool said. The man told him, man, the man ain't moving, the man ain't responsible. And he said, this man said, I know that. I'm trying to help y'all out. How the fuck you trying to help them out? How the hell you trying to help him out? You know he's unresponsive. He's not moving. And you tell him why he's recording. I know that. And you still didn't do nothing. Wow.
You need to help me out, bro. I know your parents. I know everybody that owns the store. You don't need to help me the fuck out, bro. He's not fucking moving right now, bro.
Exactly.
Bro,
exactly.
he was just moving when I walked up here.
And I know. Then that
Bro,
they did that to
you
him.
just
They did
got
that
out.
to
You
him.
just got back out here, bro.
I've been watching it the whole time
You just
through the
got
camera.
back out here,
I'm with
bro.
you guys right now.
Bro,
He said he been watching it the whole time. You been watching the whole time and you still ain't did shit. And you can tell he's lying about something. You hear him stuttering. You hear him stuttering.
he doesn't have it, bro. He's not fucking moving,
No, did they fucking kill him, bro?
bro.
They
Bro,
just killed him
what
or
is you,
something.
1087, bro? You're a
Oh
bum,
my
bro. Or
God, bro.
987, bro. You're a bum.
was just
First thing you
alive.
want to grab is your mace because you scared, bro. Scared of fucking minorities. You're fucking bum, bro.
Fuck off him. What
Like,
you doing?
bro, 3 minutes, bro. He's not fucking moving. Bro, he's not even fucking moving. Get off of his fucking neck, bro. Get off of his neck.
on him, bro.
Yes, look at that,
Back on
bro.
the street.
Are you serious? Bro, are you serious? And you gonna keep your thing on your neck? Yeah, I bet you. Bro, it's,
I don't fucking touch him.
bro, I barely touch me like that, dude. I swear I'll slap the fuck out of both of y'all.
I didn't want to call the ambulance.
Bro, he's just gonna let him keep his hand on his neck, bro? You're a bitch, bro. Tyler, you gonna let him keep that like that? You gonna let him kill that man in front of you, bro? Huh? Huh?
Like what?
Bro, he's not even fucking moving right now, bro. He's not even
His name is Tao. Tao.
fucking mouth.
This is what it is. We gotta deal with this shit.
Bro,
They're not gonna help us, bro.
Right, he black, they don't care.
987 years
If it ain't they people, they don't care, bro.
You gonna just sit there with your knee on his neck, bro? You a real man for that, bro. He ain't handcuffed,
Look at him.
bro.
Just
You a real man, bro.
Listen, I'm
You a real man, bro.
first
I trained
responder
with
from
these
Minneapolis.
dumbass
The
niggas,
fact
bro.
that you guys aren't checking his pulse and doing compressions if he needs that, you guys are on
Oh
another
my
level.
God, bro.
And then he just gonna
Okay.
pull him
They
up there
just
like
dragging
that,
him
bro.
like, come
Yeah,
on
and
now.
I have your name tag, bitch.
Look at that body just limp. The man ain't moving. He can't move or nothing, man. This is fucking insane. This is fucking insane.
It don't matter. So what? Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, fuck. Don't touch him.
Don't touch
I got this all on camera. Watch out.
Don't touch me. Don't touch
You touched him. You went to him. So shut up. You went to him. Y'all always trying to start
Bro,
something.
don't ever touch me, bro.
I ain't said a word. Having that thing.
Like he's bogus, bro. He's damn near dead, bro. He's fucking dead, bro.
I appreciate that. You're wrong now, bro. You're wrong now, bro.
They both get shredded.
They just killed
How
him.
you know that, bro?
You should go to jail.
You're not.
Tyler, you know that, bro.
What's that last number?
You know that's bro.
You're wrong how you coming at people.
Oh,
Tyler,
okay.
you know that's
You're wrong how
bogus,
you
right,
coming at
bro?
people.
Oh, okay.
He's such a man, bro. That shit crazy, bro.
Who's it out there laughing? What's funny about this? Who's it out there laughing?
He's lifted him up off the ground, bro. We wouldn't even a trip, bro. Yeah, 987. You just killed that nigga, bro. You
Y'all
just
just
killed
really
him, bro.
just killed that man.
You just really killed that man, bro.
Then he turn around and say, "You just killed that nigga."
And if he not dead, he close to death. That's crazy.
You just really killed that man, bro. Bro, you just killed that man, bro.
This the number of the police
bro.
car. All of that.
Hey, bro, you bogus. You know that, bro. You know you bogus. That's why you can't even look like a man, bro.
All right, London Link, I'm freaking ready to call you, bro.
That's why you can't speak right now. You guys want something in the car? Again? You guys want something in the car? Bogus, bro. You're such a man. You about to have dreams at night, bro. You're gonna fuck around and shoot yourself. That's what you gonna do.
He's the one right there needs to go to jail. Because he's at the, he's stopping his breathing.
Just stop breathing. Just stop the whole man breathing. Just killed him outside, bro.
And y'all walking away and not doing nothing.
I just think you can get foot out of it. I know you be sick.
Getting them in their car, just as smooth as day, like ain't shit happened. Just got in their car and figure it drive off like ain't shit happened. You know, what up, Wendy? I see you in a bit. Y'all, London Link said this is his hometown, man. So let me call him in, man. See, can he shed some more light on this or what he know about it?
Nah.
What's going on, brother?
What's going on? No, this ain't my hometown, but I do live out here. I moved up here from Chicago in 2008.
Oh, okay. This is not your hometown, but you do stay up there now.
Yeah. I moved in 2008, trying to get away from drama, and then we still got to deal with this stuff.
Yeah, man. So, man, dude, tell me a little bit about this, man. Cause I'm pretty much sure you probably getting a little more of the story than what we hearing right now, man. So talk to me, bro. What's going on here, man?
So yeah, it wasn't a big situation. Well, from my understanding, dude might not have been in his right frame of mind either.
Okay.
So that was another part of the situation. That was just something that was speculated. But the cops just overdid the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised because, like I've been telling people ever since I moved up here from Chicago, now Chicago is blatant racism, right?
Mm-hmm.
Up here, they kind of mask it. And I tell people a lot of that's why I'm not a big advocate of me personally. I don't advocate for interracial dating because of that. And my thing is, these cops up here don't really care. This ain't the first time we've had something like this happen. And then I also think this peaceful protesting that black people doing is irrelevant. I don't think we should ever peaceful protest. We got to start protecting ourselves. And to put more context into that, we had a situation a couple of years ago where they was doing peaceful protesting and the protest got shot up. So I'm like, well, clearly that's not working. But then they did it again up here. They were protesting up here peacefully. They shot up that protest, the one for him. They shot that one up too.
Yeah,
and we had a lot of people throwing rocks and stuff at the cars. I'm like, you're throwing rocks, but they're throwing bullets. Who you gonna think gonna win this war?
All right. I saw one video last night where they were getting shot with rubber bullets, and them thing was kind of big, man.
Rubber bullets hurt. I ain't gonna say it's gonna. Well, I guess if you get in a bad spot like a temple or something, it could probably kill you, but it ain't gonna necessarily kill you. But at the same time, like I didn't like the fact that a lot of women were out there. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, black man, we're gonna have to step up a little bit. I mean, it's almost like my dad talked about this. And my dad said, something happened to you, I'm coming up there. And I know my dad really gonna be, he about that life, so he gonna be on there, something happened to me. But I was like, they gonna hope they kill me if something happened to me, because I guess it's gonna be one. Mm-hmm. But my issue with this stuff is that we keep allowing it to happen, because we just, like, them watching them film, like watching them filming,
mm-hmm.
I'm like, you dude knew that it was like a jiu-jitsu move, like a karate move that he was putting on him, and he knew the results of that move because he said he trained with him or something. So you knew that dude could potentially die, and he obviously did. Y'all didn't think to like do something to distract him off that dude? Like, at least, I mean, they couldn't. I guess as long as you're on an assault officer, I guess you couldn't get no really big charge, but you could do something to distract the guy. Some rocks at him. I don't know. It's just kind of like you just kind of watch the guy die, and I think that's where we're at with black society. Whereas, if to me, and this is one thing I really hate, is that when it seems like when other black people do stuff to other black people, we are quick to respond, and maybe we get him on the side. But then when stuff like this happens, we sit watching videotaping.
You know, I heard some people say that they just stand around ain't doing nothing. You know, they should have came in and did something. Or at least to try to, like you said, distract them or get them off from or whatnot.
I didn't say he had an assault officer, but there's something.
Man, golly, man.
So yeah, we got a few riots and stuff up here. I mean, I would call it more peaceful protests. I guess you call it a riot, but they not really tearing nothing up.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time when riots happen, we tear our own neighborhoods up. It's not like we go to a really nice non-black neighborhood, tear that up instead. But of course, we tear our own neighborhoods up thinking that's gonna prove a point. That ain't gonna prove nothing to them. They don't even live there.
Well, let me ask you this then, because you brought up a good point. You say no, when it's us, we'll go through lengths to try to hurt each other and shit, probably even kill each other a lot of times. But we won't do nothing to people like this man right here. You know, why do you think it's like that?
I think a lot of it is programming. I'm not going to dismiss the programming that was implanted in us throughout generations. I call it a generational curse. Through black people to just hate their blackness, which is why like some of us fantasize light skin or stuff like that too. So I think it's a lot of it is programming, but at the same time, I think too there's not as many repercussions when it comes to dealing with non-black people versus black people. When we shoot each other, they like, okay, another black person down, he just did our job for us, versus we shoot one of them, they come burn across our yard. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of white supremacists up here that are low key. So I think sometimes people will be worried about that too, because there's a lot of people know they're here, but they don't like to acknowledge it. Like as long as we're tolerated, they're okay, and I don't like that.
Got you, man. Just like somebody said in the chat room, tell me what you think about this, bro. They said it's a lot easier to say what they should have done when we are watching the replay. I'm sure it's harder when you're in the moment. We all need to be prepared for that moment, man. How you feel about that?
But the problem is, how many times does this have to happen? And that's my issue with it. Is like we didn't see this happen play over multiple. We got Amber Geiger. We got the most recent one where the guy was he went into the abandoned house, didn't steal nothing, but got shot by the guys who were trying to make a citizen's arrest, and like 1,000 situations where Karens are running up on black guys walking through a neighborhood, just walking down the street. And at this point, when do we start actually protecting ourselves? I mean, like I said, I didn't say that they had to assault the cops, but they could have did something to distract them, a little bit more to distract the guy also. I don't know. I'm just saying that it's. I guess if I'm ever in the situation, I guess I'm gonna have to go to jail. I guess that's what I'm at with this. I'm gonna do something like the Asian cop will have to base me, tase me something, but I'm gonna do something to. Because I'm tired of seeing it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of seeing it. And it's really bad. Like, it's just, I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing it. Right. It's always us. That's how I at least feel about it.
You know, it's almost like a situation, man. Damn if we do, damn if we don't. You know?
And truth be told, if we keep watching videos like this, eventually we're going to get desensitized about it, and it's not going to be a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Man, you know, I just don't know what to say, bro. This is one of the first videos I think I'd have done where I actually seen the cop in action, and he looked like he really didn't give a damn what he did. Like I said earlier, it's like the more the people was saying shit to him, the more he did it. Like, okay, y'all
seemed very condescending.
Right. The more you talk, the more I'm keep doing. Fuck y'all. And I believe Tao, where the fuck his name is, I believe he wanted to say something, but he wanted like a pussy in front of his compadres.
Well, that's the thing too. Is my issue is that a lot of people always call this out too. Is that a lot of good cops don't say anything about these situations, and that's kind of a problem. Like, if you're going to be on police force and you call yourself a good cop, you can say, "Hey, bro, all right, bro, we got it. Just put him in a car or something. We ain't got to do all this. Don't make it spectacle. Don't make this don't have theatrics out here. We got him. Just put him in the car." He could have said that. Nobody chose not to. So you call yourself a good cop? Are you still a good cop now? That's how I look at it.
Exactly, and I'm glad you brought that up because, like I said, from this one angle, it don't seem like it was the dude Derek, whatever his last name is, and Tao. But people had sent me pictures that there was actually 4 cops holding him down. So you mean to tell me this man is handcuffed? Y'all got him under control, and near his neck, you got him under control, and you cannot pick this man up and put him in the back of a damn vehicle? Seriously?
I mean, it's even sad that the man calling for his mom while he on the ground, man. That I was like, whoa, grown man.
I mean, he's saying, man, look, I can't breathe. I need water. My stomach hurt. And
I don't feel right.
Yeah, and I'm seeing people saying that the little stream of what we thought it was water, they said that was him pissing.
Oh Lord, I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't see the piss.
I saw it. I saw it.
Situation.
Right, I saw it, but I don't know if that was like a stream of water. It probably was piss. I mean, the way he was coming down, it probably was piss. You know,
yeah,
so
you probably was scared, or you know, I heard when you die, your body empty out.
Yeah,
so,
your body empty out too, man. Golly, man. So here's the story that I'm getting, London Link. I don't know if you heard what went on behind this, but the story allegedly is him and I guess a partner of his, they was forging checks or something like that. What's the story?
Illegal money. That's what I heard too.
Okay. So let me get this straight. Now, okay, we all, you know, a crime need to be dealt with. You know, would you agree? Crime need to be dealt with, right?
Well, see, this is the problem. I feel like the laws are what I think that they need to have a better sense of how extreme to go about this. And I think, because I'm saying, like, there's a difference. He's not, like, it wasn't like, oh, yeah, he had 10 murders.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing, like, okay, I might be scared to confront a guy who has 10 murders versus a guy who's forged money. Like,
right. What?
Handcuff him, put him in the car, call him a day. Like, he ain't killed nobody.
And that's why I was going with that. That's why I said, you know, crime, okay, we all can agree, you know, crime need to be dealt with. But damn, though, if the man, which I got other videos I'm going to play, if he wasn't resisting or anything, then what the fuck happened that he ended up on the ground and it went to this extent? And then you hear Tao say, I was here, man. I saw the whole thing. What the fuck did you see, Tao? Seriously, what did you see? Because for what we seen, what I'm about to play, it seems like y'all fabricating this whole damn story. But then again, everything that I'm playing, I'm seeing it with y'all for the first time, except for this video I just played. You know, so if he wasn't resisting and all this bullshit, then what the hell did he do so bad that he ended up on the ground like that? In that position that you couldn't get him in the car.
And the karate moves.
Right. So what was it that was so bad? Over some damn stolen checks? Well, you got a lot of people who do that fraud
Forgery.
shit. Yeah, forgery. You got a lot of people who do that shit. But does it cost for all this? It does it cost for the death of somebody over some damn forgery? Even though it piss you off, somebody steal your checks trying to get your money. Yeah, that shit would piss you off. And we said a lot of time, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. But is it really worth it? Go ahead, bro. If you got an answer to that.
Man. man, like I said, we gonna have to start defending ourselves, man. That's how I look at this. I mean, even when we know, like, I mean, we all knew OJ did it, but we can't rule for him. Let's be real, right? But at the same time, like, I feel like that was more, he was too extreme for what they claim he did. That's what my issue is like, there should be levels to how you police the situation. And then on top of that, aren't you guys trained for this? Like, don't they train y'all like, all right, look.
Thank you.
You know, he killed 10 people. Yeah, you might have to come across all this guy. He jaywalks. You don't have to like flip do a karate move on him. You know what I mean? Jet lead him or nothing like that.
Right, man. Right, man. So, London League, I'm gonna ask you the last question, brother. Thank you for making time to come on the show, man. What would you like to see happen to these fools? Because right now they only fired. Nobody's in jail right now.
See, I'm explaining what I hate to say this at this point, but at this point I think it's starting to get too extreme for us. Me personally, I don't think they should survive this situation. I hate to say it like that, but I don't think they should. But because the way I look at it is, okay, so they get fired, they still probably get their pensions because they never said they didn't get their pensions. Because you know them cops get pensions and stuff like that too. Then if they go to jail, say they do get, if they get prosecuted to go to jail, because Lord knows they could beat the case like Amber Geiger or somebody. If they get prosecuted, now taxpayers still got to pay for their living conditions. So I'm not seeing the loss on their end, in my opinion.
Okay.
Unless they literally get taken out.
So let me ask you one last question. Do you think everybody who's involved need to be fired, or the one who did the action? Because you know sometimes they say we guilty by association, so we get caught up in the wrong time. So
yeah, if white people can be guilty by association and get hit with charges, why can't they?
My man. London Lee, brother, thank you so much for always coming in and put your input, brother. You know, man, we try to sit back and see what's gonna happen to these brother, man. But as always, man, it's a pleasure to speak to you, my guy.
I always like coming on the show, Chris. Anytime, call me anytime. I feel like I sound angry, but I was a little angry because I'm getting sick of saying this. Because I look at it like I could be the next dude out there. You know what I mean?
Hey, we all could have been. That could have been me, bro. That could have been me.
That's I don't know. And it's not even like for example, even with the Amber Geiger situation, dude wasn't no two-kill Ray. He was just an accountant, and he lost his life. So it's like any of us are up for grabs at any minute.
You know what? That Amber Geiger story is a strange one because how the fuck you don't know what apartment you stay in?
Yeah, I know, right? But that's what I'm saying. We're just like, it's an open season on us, whether we at home, out in the streets, whatever we're doing. You can be a millionaire, still catch it, I guess. As long as you black, that's all that matter, I guess.
Man, I don't know, brother, but again, Leslie, man, thank you so much, bro. I'm gonna get on with the show and show some more clips, man, and hopefully you can stick around, my guy.
Oh, I'll be in the comment section. I'm actually off work until 3 in the morning. I go to my second job.
All right, no doubt, man. All right, no doubt, brother. Appreciate you. All right.
Yep.
All right, guys, my man London League, the man, to be in the chat room with y'all, chilling with y'all. We got 25 people in the building. I'm surprised there many people over here on the Chris Stone Show 2.0 because I ain't been over here and God knows when. I see my host in the building. What's up, brother Smooth? I see my girl Stephanie. What's going on? I saw Rolling By. What's going on? I seen somebody else come up in there. Alex Green, how you doing, dear? I think I spoke to you, Wendy. See my man Big Logic in the building. What's going on with you? And y'all don't mind, you ever hit that thumbs up, please hit that thumbs up for your boy. You know, the question is now with stuff like this, what is the solution? Rioting really ain't the solution. Tearing up the police shit is not the solution. Now some people say, you know, hey, fight fire with fire. Well, I guess you can go that route, but here's the question though: who you think will really win that fight? If they fight fire with fire, I mean guns. Who you think will really win that fight? Them, I think they would be outnumbered. They would outnumber us if you ask me. So who will really win the fight? And then you got to ask the question: even after the fighting or the gun battle, what happens next? Does they stop this or we're going to find a much evil asshole worse than him. I'm just saying, what is the solution? If there is a solution, what is the solution? And I'm gonna say this right here, you know, usually I don't like when people say I hate cops or fuck the cops, stuff like this, but in a story like this, I can understand why y'all hate cops. This was fucked up. This was very fucked up. This man did this with malice intent. He did it with malice intent. Because if he did have a heart, or whatever, then he would have did that shit how he did it and how long he done it. So he did this with malice intent. Hey Sylvia, what's going on? Oh, man. Anybody else want to speak on it? You know, I open up the stream, y'all let y'all hop on and say y'all peace, man. And for those who missed the video, everybody should have seen the video by now. Don't ask me to replay it because I really don't want to replay that. I don't. All right, guys, let's get on with the show.
Please, I can't breathe.
This 10-minute video posted to Facebook overnight shows Minneapolis police officers holding down a man. One officer uses his knee to pin the man's neck down.
I can't breathe.
Several times during the arrest, the man tells officers that he's struggling to breathe and begs for some relief.
Please. I can't breathe, officer.
Some people who gathered at the scene try to help.
That's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit, bro. You stopping his breathing right there, bro.
But as officers work to keep onlookers back, the man on the ground appears to move less and less.
Check for a pulse.
5 minutes into the video, the man seems to be motionless, and the police officer's knee is still on his neck.
He's not moving.
7 minutes into the video, an ambulance arrives. When an EMT does the first pulse check, officers still have the man pinned. And when he's loaded onto the ambulance, his hand...
Still had him pinned when they did the pulse check.
Hands are still cuffed.
I just really just killed that man.
Police explained what led up to the incident in an overnight news conference.
After he got out, he physically...
Anybody got this news conference, got the full news conference, please send it to me. I want to hear this. I really want to hear this.
resisted officers. Officers were able to get the suspect into handcuffs, and officers noticed that the male was going into medical distress.
They noticed he was going into medical distress, and you still didn't do nothing? Wow. Some kind of cops you got down there.
Officers called for an ambulance. He was transported to Hennepin County Medical Center, where he died a short time later.
Being black in America should not be a death sentence. When you hear someone calling for help, you are supposed to help. This officer failed in the most basic human sense.
This is reminiscent of Eric Garner's very same words, "I can't breathe," uttered as he was dying on the streets of Staten Island, New York in 2014. That phrase became a rallying cry for millions and a nationwide plea to end police brutality. Jeff Begays, CBS News, Washington.
I got a question. And anybody can answer this question. I got a question. Y'all ready? Here go the question. For the people who sit up there and say that white people can't speak on black people problems, I agree with you, I guess, to a certain extent. But when you hear a white man speak the way he just did, do you have a problem with that? Do you have a problem with him speaking on this problem? Dead ass question. A lot of y'all say white people can't speak on black people problems. But listen to what he just said. He pretty much kind of speaking up on it. You heard what he said. So do any of you have a problem with what he just said? And I would love for any of you come on the panel and tell me why you don't have a problem with what he said. And another reason why I'm asking that, because when I did the Malia story, when I brought some white people on the phone call, and they were expressing how they felt about Cornell X. And not only it was white people, it was black people speaking on how they feel about Cornell X. And pretty much a lot of people were saying they feel like Cornell X ain't shit. And I just so happened to glance at my chat room when I was doing the Malia story that day, and I saw somebody come in the chat room. This ain't disrespectful. Came in the chat room and said, we need to be having this conversation amongst ourselves, meaning black people. So again, to anybody who say that, I have a problem with white people speaking on black people issues, do you have a problem with what he just said? Or are we looking at it since he's on our side, we're going to let it slide? Hold on, guys. Somebody just sent me a message on Facebook. Hold on. Somebody said, so they having a problem with the chat room? I see nobody answer the question. Anyway, well, I think what I'm going to show you now, I guess this was the people was facing the cops or whatnot. I got this from what's that baby chat YouTube chat name? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, I forgot your name, baby. You come here all the time. I'll get your name in a minute. I'm sorry, but I know you sent me this on Facebook. Oh, Nate Moody. That's who sent me this on Facebook.
that shit on game. Fuck the peace man. Fuck the peace man. Oh my God.
I think right there, that's when one of them busted one of the cops' police windows on the car. I think that's what happened right there. And everybody started, parading that they did that or whatnot. But again, even the activists out there, what their dude name was, I think his name Derek too, something. He was an activist I seen last night. He kept saying on Denim, whatever the fuck that supposed to mean. He kept saying on Denim. And I remember in his live, he said, rioting is not gonna solve it. Fighting them and tearing up their shit is not gonna solve it. But yet he was up there cussing out everybody who wasn't down there to protest. So when I see this right here, I think about what he said. I understand a lot of people's upset and they got a right to be upset. I get it. They got a right to be upset. But to be honest though, what is this doing? Seriously, what is this doing? And what would have happened if them cops would have stopped and pulled out their shit and started bucking at everybody? Would you stand there and take the heat and protest for George Floyd? Or would everybody start running? Derek Branch, that's the name. Derek Branch. Thank you. Derek Branch. On Dead and Them. That's what he's saying. On Dead and Them. Okay. What that mean, Larson? Does that got some kind of meaning behind it or something? Oh, he got a group called Dead Gang. Okay. What do they stand for?
That's what they about to do.
It's a God. She said, believe it's a God thing. Okay.
This motherfucker right here. Scared as fuck. Scared as fuck. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all watch out. Y'all better get out the way. Ass out there work, pussy. Ass out there work.
Well, a lot of people show how they felt in that video. Again, I understand that everybody have a right to be upset. Everybody have a right to be upset. I get it. You know, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. But again, here's my thing with that. Y'all call them all these bitches and saying how much you hate them and this, that, and the third. But what's the percentage that if something happens to you, or something happens to your shit, somebody breaking your car, or somebody breaking your house, somebody stole your money, or anything, what's the percentage that you're going to call these same people that you're doing all this stuff to? You're going to call them right back to your neighborhood because somebody did something to you. If we going by what they say, you know, fuck you bitches, we hate y'all, and, you know, we need to do this, we need to do that. All right? Let's ride with that. But if something happens, though, to you, what are you going to do? Who are you going to call? These same people that you claim that you hate. So again, just like the dude said, you know, hey, doing all this ain't gonna help anything. It ain't gonna do nothing. It's not gonna do anything. Other than possibly, I guess the police will start coming to their neighborhood. And if they do start coming to their neighborhood, then what? How'd you feel about that? Then you're gonna get on camera saying, you know, say every time we need them, they'll never come to my neighborhood. Okay. So I'd ask the question again, what is the solution? Or is there any solution? Somebody just sent me something and I want to read it to y'all. Somebody, Sylvia, if she's still in the chat room, she sent me this. She said, how many unarmed black people need to be killed by cops before we finally admit that cops are nothing but armed thugs with badges? Let me repeat that again. How many unarmed black people need to be killed by cops before we finally admit that cops are nothing but armed thugs with badges? One of the first comments that I see, and this person says, let's not use a broad brush. The system is broken. Somebody come under that comment and says, cops exist to maintain the system. Then somebody else came on here and said, consider that soldiers come back from wars and go into law enforcement. There are many with PTSD and mild to moderate traumatic brain injury. TBI equal lower inhibition for all types of adverse behavior. Not a good combo. Somebody else said, bad cops are a danger to society as well as to the dedicated officers who serve with integrity. I like that comment, so I'm going to get a comment and like. Now, I want y'all to take this one out. Somebody said, I don't believe most police are thugs with badges, but the ones who are need to be removed, not kept hidden because it might make them look bad. Then somebody comes on his comment and say the ones who aren't make cover and give excuses for the ones who are. That's just ass bad. And guys, that come from a post that was on Facebook, and it says how many unarmed black people need to be killed by cops before we finally admit that cops are nothing but armed thugs with badges. So with that being said, then let me ask this question. How many of you feel that police your own neighborhood would be better than calling the police? Since this comment to a lot of people is true to some people. So I had to ask you the question, you know, do you think it'd be better if you police your own neighborhood versus calling these thugs with badges? And how much do you think of a better community it would be if everybody policed their own neighborhood? Be honest. Steph said, I didn't even call the police when my life was on the line, and I never will. So Ladybug, let me ask you a question. When your life is on the line, what are you going to do? I want to see what she's going to say. So when your life is on the line again, what are you going to do? I want to see what she gonna say before I go on with the show. Neighbor needs to say, I agree, police your own neighborhood. Okay. He said we got a better chance calling Ghostbusters. Niece, she said she agreed police our own neighborhood. Well, here would be my question to that, what you said, and it may be a good idea we police our own neighborhood, but here's the problem though. Can we get along long enough to police our own neighborhood? That's the $1 million question. Can we get along long enough to police our own neighborhood? This baby says she'll sit back and die. Oh, wow. Okay. You know, Stephanie, it actually saddened me to see you say that. But, you know, if that's how you feel, there, I can't do nothing about that. But I hate to see anybody say they're just going to sit back and die. But I guess given the circumstance, I have to understand your answer. But that saddens me to see you say that. It really does. That saddens me to see you say that. All right, guys. Let's hear what the mayor has to say.
Breaking news from WCCO.
Hello, everyone. Right now, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey has taken the podium to update us on the investigation into the death of George Floyd. Let's listen in.
Mayors can shape events in their city, but more often than not, it's events in our city that shape us. There are precedents and protocols sitting in the reserves of institutions just like this one that will give you about 1,000 reasons not to do something.
She said, I had guns held to my head. I gotten beat the fuck up in my own house and still won't call them. But they got handled.
Not to speak out. Not to act so quickly.
Wow.
And I've wrestled with, more than anything else over the last 36 hours, one fundamental question. Why is the man who killed George Floyd not in jail? If you had done it, or
y'all heard what he said? That's a damn good question. Why is it a man that killed him is not in jail? All we hear now is he got fired. Why he's not in jail?
I had done it, we would be behind bars right now. And I cannot come up with a good answer to that question. And so I'm calling on Hennepin County Attorney Mike Freeman to act on the evidence before him. I'm calling on him to charge the arresting officer in this case. We cannot turn a blind eye. It is on us as leaders to see this for what it is and call it what it is. George Floyd deserves justice. His family deserves justice. The black community deserves justice. And our city deserves justice.
She said, I won't sit back and die. I will fight. That made me feel a little more better. You said at least you will fight for your life, because yeah, that's sad to me. You like, I'm just gonna sit back and let motherfuckers kill me. Like, well, dear, let me just say this. You know, from me to you, I hope you never get in a situation where you are being harmed like that again. Not matter of fact, not only you, any one of you, men or women. I hope y'all don't get in a situation like that you get harmed like that and don't call for some kind of help. I mean, if it ain't the police, call some kind of help, you know? Just don't sit back and let people just walk all over you and do shit to you just to harm you. Get some kind of help.
I'll stand for any questions.
What about the other officers? The one.
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
You said the officers killed them. What about the other three?
The evidence that I have before me right now, which I hesitate to speak on in depth, given the fact that I ultimately want a charging decision to move forward, is somewhat limited to the video evidence that is there. And I do not want to get into the fundamentals of different classifications of murder. I do not want to get into the fundamentals of any one specific charge for any one individual. What I can say with certainty, based on what I saw, is that the individual, the officer who had his knee on the neck of George Floyd should be charged. And I'm calling on Hennepin County Attorney to do that.
Do you want to wait this? Hey, Mayor, can we just pause for 1 second? Is the audio okay on the live stream? Okay. Do you want to wait? I mean, do you need to see the cause of death? We don't have a public cause of death at this point. He died an hour after the incident. You need, obviously, by saying what you are, you don't need to wait. But could you explain why that's not important in making a criminal charging decision?
I'm not going to weigh in on the evidence. I know there's clearly more evidence to come, but I will say that based on what I saw in the video, this is the decision that I am making, obviously as not a prosecutor myself.
Having talked to Mike Freeman, is he open to this idea?
I have relayed my call to action to the Hennepin County Attorney, Mike Freeman, yes.
What do you want to see this officer charged with
You know, I want to see a charge take place. I want to see justice for George Floyd, and me commenting on either the evidence, obviously much of which is not out yet, and or a specific charge would inhibit that measure. So again, I want to see the charge of the arresting officer take place, but if we want to see that charge, it would not be wise for me to provide the specifics of a form of murder.
And Mayor, would you just repeat the question?
Yes, I will. My apologies.
Mayor, multiple council members have raised questions about the way police reacted to the protests last night. Where were you during those protests, and what role did you play in determining how police responded to them?
Thank you for the question. The question from Liz was, what role did I play in responding to the protests that were occurring last night? And I'd like to speak a little more broadly about this as well. So right now, more than ever, I get the need to protest. I fully understand and appreciate it. People need a way to vent, especially in a time of so much sorrow and anger. And I'm not a parent yet, but I will be soon. And I can't begin to grasp the mix of emotions, of anger, of sadness that so many parents of black children have through our city, and what they must feel in putting their child to bed. Without knowing what cards they will be dealt and not knowing how their safety might be put at risk. And nobody out there will fight harder for the First Amendment protections and freedom of speech than I will. Nobody will fight harder for those rights to protest than I will. But those rights, they must stop when others' public safety are put at risk. The cars and the buildings that were broken or broken into in some form had live guns and ammo in them. And I spoke with our Chief Arredondo last night, who is an exceptional leader in our black community and known as
London Leak. Thank you. I thought I was the only one that thought that. Look what London Leak said. He's trying to be careful what he's saying. And you could tell he's trying to be extra cautious in what he's saying. That's why I asked the question. That's another reason why I asked the question earlier. For people who say that white people can't talk about black people issues, do you have a problem with what he's saying? He's a white person talking about black issues. So you have a problem with what he's saying. So London Leak, I'm glad you caught that because I was listening to him. He's being extra careful. All right?
an exceptional chief nationwide, and he told me that he could not run the risk of one tragedy leading to another. Our chief made the decision.
Somehow I wish it was Vic doing this interview, because I would like to know how he'd act if this was him. You know, Vic down there in Georgia. I wonder how he would act if this was him.
And I support our chief. I trust his judgment. And there's an inherent tension. There's an inherent problem in this world of sound bites where those who are protesting peacefully get lumped in with those that are not. Where those who are policing compassionately get lumped in with those who are not. And by the way, I want to commend the 99% of protesters that were there last night doing so in a peaceful manner. And we need to be straightforward. We need to be straightforward and honest with people 100% of the time. We need to continue to be calling on our better angels, especially during this time where one crisis is sandwiched in.
You know what, Pat? He probably would be. He probably would be ducking and dodging. Yeah.
Next question.
No mayor has ever publicly called on a prosecutor to bring criminal charges against a police officer, at least here in Minneapolis. What went through your mind? What went into this decision to come up here and do what you're doing today?
The question was that you stated that no mayor has ever publicly called for the prosecution of one of his or her own officers before, at least in, I think you said, in our state. And the question is, what went into that decision?
Right.
Now, I mentioned earlier that there are protocols, there is guidance, there's precedent that is almost instilled in the walls of these institutions like city government as if it were mortar. And so many of those protocols say that you shouldn't act quick. You shouldn't make a decisive decision. You shouldn't speak out. And they'll give you 1,000 reasons why that guidance is given. But there was one question in my mind that I could not answer. If I'm tasked with being honest with people, which I do promise to be, how could I argue? How could I not speak out when an offense took place that you or I or many other people through our city would have been behind bars if they did? Yet this particular individual, this officer, was not. I could not answer that question, and because of that, I felt I had to speak out. And by the way, black men have been put in prison before for far, far less.
One of the early police reports from the scene described some fighting, that he resisted arrest. Have you seen any evidence that that has been borne out? Obviously, we've seen the videos from surveillance cameras, and Darnella Frazier's, but we haven't seen anything that would suggest any resistance. Have you seen any at all in any of the evidence you've seen?
The question is whether I have seen evidence that George Floyd resisted arrest in some form. I have not seen any evidence to show that, no. I have not seen any evidence beyond what you've seen.
And the other question is a $20 counterfeit bill, I've been told by sources, wouldn't even get you booked into jail right now because of COVID-19. Can you explain the heavy presence at that specific grocery store at that specific time, why police felt so compelled to keep that quote-unquote suspect there?
The question was, it is, and I'll try to repeat what you said, it seems that a counterfeit bill would not require such heavy police presence, and why was there such heavy police presence there at the time? And no, I do not.
Good question. That's a good question. That's what it's always about. Counterfeit money. Then why was it heavy like that? That's a damn good question. I didn't even think about that. For counterfeit. But then again, maybe I guess things like that vary by states. I don't know.
No, I cannot speak to that.
What up, Brielle?
Expect to see the body camera footage from the officers, when will that be released publicly?
I'd like to release it as soon as is possible, while not compromising the investigation, but more importantly, the charge that I do hope will come forward.
Who makes that decision? Is that up to Chief Rondo or BCA?
The investigation itself is in the hands of the BCA right now, and actually there are other investigative bodies as well, the FBI being one of them. We're looking at the legal logistics of how exactly that would work, but again, we want to be as transparent as possible. There's every reason to provide the public with the truth. There's also every reason to make sure that this investigation takes place in a way where we can get to a charging decision as soon as possible.
You mentioned you were calling on local authorities to charge the officer. Are you taking a position on how federal investigators should handle their portion of this?
The question was, so I'm calling on local authorities to make a decision and to come forward with a charge of the arresting officer. The question is whether I'm asking federal authorities to do the same. My understanding is that the charging decision lies with the Hennepin County Attorney. To the extent that I'm wrong, and there is a charging decision that also lies with other bodies of government, yeah, I'm calling on that too.
Surely you must have a preference back to the body cam footage. I mean, are we talking 1 week? Are we talking 48 hours, 2 weeks? I mean, maybe you don't want to compromise the investigation, but surely you're under pressure and you must have a preference about that.
It is a fair question. The question was, what are we talking about in time? Are we talking about 3 days, 2 weeks? Michelle, to the extent I could give you an answer on that, I would. I do not know. I would like to see that footage released as soon as possible. You know, if we could do so in a way where we could ensure that investigation was not compromised, the charging decision was moved forward with in the very near future, you know, yeah, I'd do it right away.
And are you confident that Mike Freeman, given how closely Hennepin County prosecutors work with the police and the recent history in prosecuting the MPD, are you confident that that decision will withstand scrutiny?
So the question was, withstand scrutiny of who?
Can you be unbiased in making a decision about whether Minneapolis police officers should be prosecuted? Criminals.
So the question was whether we can be confident that the Hennepin County Attorney can not have a bias in making a decision about this particular case. You know, I think we've seen a very long history in this country of charging decisions being made that did not do justice to the victims, especially when the potential charging decision was against a law enforcement individual, and even more so when that law enforcement officer was white and the victim was black. You know, I've stated what I want to see. I am very hopeful that the evidence will be reviewed and that a charging decision will not just be made, but there is a decision specifically, there is a decision to charge. I'm not going to comment further than that.
Mayor, do you know if any of the 4 officers gave statements before they were fired, internal statements at the very least, before they were fired yesterday?
I do not.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on how you made your decision that this man should be charged? I mean, was there something, is it something that's in the public domain that you saw? Is it something that everyone's seen, or do you have privy to more information than we have?
Sure. I'll give it to you straight up. So the question was, can I elaborate a little bit more on my belief that the arresting officer should be charged? And yes, we watched.
Pam said excuse me. Pam said she think he's trying to be politically correct, but try to show compassion for Mr. Floyd at the same time. That's what it seems like.
For 5 whole excruciating minutes, as a white officer firmly pressed his knee into the neck of an unarmed, handcuffed black man. I saw no threat. I saw nothing that would signal that this kind of force was necessary. By the way, that particular technique that was used is not authorized by the MPD. It is not something that officers are trained in on, and should not be used, period. And so, in so many of these horrible instances in which law enforcement tragically kills a member of our community, we are talking about split-second decisions. In so many of these instances, we are talking about 4 or 5 or 6 seconds, sometimes less, where a decision was made that tragically killed somebody and impacted a whole community. We are not talking about a split-second decision that was made incorrectly. There's somewhere around 300 seconds in those 5 minutes, every one of which the officer could have turned back, every second of which he could have removed his knee from George Floyd's neck, every one of which he could have listened to community around him clearly saying that he needed to stop, every one of which you heard George Floyd himself articulating the pain he was feeling, an inability to breathe. I can't see coming to a different.
Let me ask y'all a question seriously. Let me ask y'all a question seriously. People in the bushes and everything. Are y'all buying this? And I'm dead serious. You know, are you buying this, what he's doing and what he's saying? Are you buying this? Do you think this man is sincere? Or do you think he may be putting on the front? Because I've seen somebody say election coming soon. I don't know. But I'm dead serious. Are any of you buying this? How do you feel about this? Are any of you buying this, what he's doing?
Answer there. And I think it's incumbent on all of us to say that. Thank you.
Real quickly, have you seen the body camera footage yourself?
No, I have not yet.
Have you spoken to any of the officers who responded?
When did you find out the circumstances were different than that initial news release?
That was Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry calling on Hennepin County Attorney Mike Freeman to charge the arresting officer in the death of George Floyd, essentially asking that the arresting officer be arrested himself. Stay with WCCO TV and CBSM Minnesota for more on the George Floyd death investigation. We will be back at 2 o'clock for the governor's remarks.
Donna said she feel like it's a front, maybe to con the black community. Rhoda Miles said no, because he's not answering the questions. Really, he's just trying to make himself look good. Okay. Dawn said she thinks she smell bullshit. Pam said she's still in between with Frey. London said nope, he ain't buying it. I don't think he really cares. Okay. Jen said, can we just be glad this mayor is not standing there saying let's wait and see, maybe the police were right. He is straight out saying this was wrong and the rest to kill him. Steph said, true, my bad. I forgot we're waterboarding him. Okay. Steph said, I think he does care, but he's scared to speak his true feelings. Okay. All right. All right, guys, let's hear from the man's sister. His sister has spoken, and I want to hear what the sister has to say.
New protests erupted in Minneapolis overnight after a black man died in police custody on Monday. Crowds of protesters swarmed the streets, facing off with officers in riot gear who fired tear gas and rubber bullets. It all stems from an...
Oh, and let me say this right here. Jen, you said, can we just be glad that he's speaking out and he's saying wrong is wrong. And I feel you on that, but then again, what if he is just doing this for show? What if he is? I'm not saying that he is or he isn't. But what if he is doing this for show? Then that what you said would have no leg to stand on if he is just doing this for show. So yeah, you be glad that he's speaking on it, saying that it's wrong. But yeah, I could get up there and act like I feel something is wrong, and act like I really give a shit. Anybody can put on their persona. But now somebody asked me, how do I feel about it? I feel what a lot of you are saying. I think he is trying to be cautious of what he's saying. I think he is acting a little bit. Now, does he care? I'm like Steph. I think he does. But he really don't want to say what he really feels. Okay? And probably at the position that he was in right there, he can't say how he really feels. But probably behind that door, he probably saying all type of shit how he really feel. And I'm not just necessarily saying in a negative way. So I think a little bit of it is a front. And a little bit of it is he can't say what he really want to say. You know, and if it is a possibility that it is election time, then I can understand the whole thing. All right? So, if I was to say he was genuine, I would say I give about 80 or 90% that he's being genuine. But 10%, I do feel it's somewhat of a little act. I do. That's just my opinion, though. I'm not him, so I don't know how you really feel. You know? But again, but even with that, though, if his words is strong enough to get a charge and get these assholes locked up, then hey, I'll roll with it. If his words are strong enough to call out whoever he's calling out to make an arrest, then hey, he made better progress than I'm making. I'll say that.
Monday night, you can see a Minneapolis officer pinning George Floyd face down, pressing a knee to his neck. Floyd pleads repeatedly for help, saying he can't breathe. It happened at least a dozen times. He was later pronounced dead at the hospital. 4 officers involved have been fired, and the FBI has joined the investigation. And joining us now is George Floyd's sister, Bridget, along with the Floyd family attorney, Benjamin Krupp. Good morning, Bridget. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, as far as Benjamin Krupp goes, somebody gave me the number to him and told me to text him. I did text him. I don't know if that was him who responded back, but I got a response from that number and say, hey, send an email to this right here. But I don't know if it was him or not, but I did text the number and I received the text back. So it might have been him. It might have been him. So that just reminded me, I need to email him. If that is him, I need to email him, and there's a possibility I may get him on the show.
Bridget, I know you haven't had the stomach to look at that video, and I don't blame you. It's really horrifying. But would you just tell us how you and your family are doing in this moment?
Me and my family are taking this very, very hard. It's very heartbreaking. It's very disturbing to our peace. We're just doing the best that we can and making sure that we do the right thing, do what he would want us to do. And yes, it's very hard. It's very hard.
I can see that, Bridget. I can see that. Yesterday, there was some action taken against those officers. 4 officers, all 4 were fired. And you have said repeatedly that is not enough. What would be enough for you?
I would like for those officers to be charged with murder, because that's exactly what they did. They murdered my brother. He was crying for help. I don't need them to be suspended and able to work in another state or another county. Their license should be taken away, their job should be taken away, and they should be put in jail for murder.
Let me bring in Ben for a second, Ben Crump. I have a copy of the police report here, and this is what was submitted initially. And I'm going to read you a portion of it, and then I'm going to show you the video of what happened. They say here that George Floyd was ordered to, and this was all, by the way, over a forgery, a fake $20 bill. He was ordered to step from his car. After he got out, he physically resisted officers.
Wait. All this for a fake $20 bill? Damn, y'all did all that over a fake $20 fucking bill? Really? Y'all did all this to this man over a damn fake $20 bill? According to what she's saying. A fake $20 bill? Really? God damn.
Officers were able to get the suspect in handcuffs. Then this video emerged, Ben, that shows a different picture, doesn't it?
Absolutely, Huda. And we have more video emerging, video from the businesses' surveillance cameras on social media. Attorney Crump, we have people sending us new videos that have not been shown yet. And it shows, Huda, that, I mean, a nonviolent crime met with this kind of violent, lethal, excessive force. They were on his neck not for 1 minute, not for 2 minutes, not for 3 minutes, not for 4 minutes, not for 5 minutes, not for 6 minutes, not for 7 minutes, not for 8 minutes, but for 9 minutes while he is begging to breathe, begging for life. It's a, I can't breathe again.
Y'all know what? I'm finna email Benjamin Crump right now. If that's his email, I'm finna email him right now.
Case in 2020, and it's worse than Eric Gardner in many ways because you hear the people even pleading with them. Please get your knee off his neck. Have some humanity. This is a human being.
And Ben, when you look also as the police report continues, and this is how the police report covers that part, they noted he appeared to be suffering medical distress. Officers called for an ambulance. He was transported to Hennepin County Medical Center by ambulance where he died. If not for that video of him pleading, of the bystanders begging the officers to basically get off of him, what would have happened with this case?
They would have gave a false narrative, and they would have swept it under the rug. And we have this video, and they have terminated them, but they need to be arrested, as Bridget said, and charged with murder, because how many more of these senseless, excessive force killings by the people who are supposed to protect us can we take in Black America and all of America?
Bridget, the mayor later acknowledged that that police report was inaccurate. He said being Black in America should not be a death sentence. The mayor also added that he should not have died. The governor called the lack of humanity in the video disturbing and sickening. He also said, made this statement, the governor said, "We will get answers and seek justice." Do you have faith, Bridget, that justice will be done in this case?
I have a lot of faith, because I believe in the utmost powerful God. Faith is something that me and my brother always talked about, because he was a God-fearing man, regardless of what he done. We all have our faults. We all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. But I believe that justice will be served. I have enough faith to stand on it.
And just one final question for you, Ben Crump. LeBron James posted this picture that's been shown around a bit. It shows Colin Kaepernick kneeling and the police officer kneeling, and he basically says, do you understand now? Do you think that this case may actually be the tipping point?
I do, because when you think about 9 minutes, if you can take your cell phone and set it for 9 minutes and just sit there, America, and try to imagine a knee on your neck suffocating you and you begging to breathe. That's why it has to be the tipping point that we have to say, Everybody deserves equal justice, and we have to send a message with this case. We cannot allow those who are supposed to protect and serve us do this. There can't be two justice systems, one for Black America and one for white America. We have to have equal justice for the United States of America.
Well, Ben Crump, we appreciate you. Bridget, we wish the best to you and your family, and I know that your brother's a father of two. The youngest is 6 years old, and we wish her the best as well. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
All right, message sent. So we're gonna see where this goes. I just emailed him. And we're gonna see what happens. And if I get lucky, maybe he'll respond while I'm live. He said, find his girlfriend, or find who girlfriend. Get the link for me and email it to me. Find the link, and email it to me. Yeah, find the link and email it to me. I'd love to see that. Somebody just sent me something. What the fuck? Anyway, not only the sister has spoken, I think the whole family has spoken, if I'm not mistaken. What? Wait a minute. Yeah, other family members have spoken as well, so let's see what they got to say about it.
Let's talk about what's going on. Both the FBI, the Minnesota Department of Public
Where's that come from? Oh.
No, not at all. I love my brother. Everybody loves my brother. Knowing my brother is to love my brother. They could have tased him. They could have maced him. Instead, they put their knee in his neck and just sat on him and didn't carry on. He screamed, "Mama, mama, I can't breathe. I can't breathe." And they didn't care. So I just don't understand what more we gotta go through in life, man. They didn't have to do that to him. He's a giant. He don't hurt anybody. He give his last to anybody. They didn't care.
All right, London League, I got it.
They treated him worse than they treat animals, and I wouldn't act like that. They took a life, now they deserve life. I don't feel sorry for them. They hurt me and they hurt my family. I can't take nothing back. I can't get my brother back. They at home, they sleep, they with their wives, they got kids. If something like that happened to them, they'll be just like me. I just don't know what's going on now.
So firing them is a good start, but we want to see justice for our family. And we want to see them charged. We want to have them arrested. They need to be charged with because what they did was murder. And almost the whole world has witnessed that because somebody was gracious enough to report it.
The connection, we lost it for a second. You said you want to see them charged. Did you say charged with murder? Is that what you said?
We want to see them charged with murder. And we want them to be convicted. We want them arrested. They need to pay for what they did. He didn't deserve what happened to him, and they didn't do anything to help him. They were supposed to be there to serve and to protect, and I didn't see a single one of them lift a finger to do anything to help. While he was begging for his life, not one of them tried to do anything to help him. That I didn't see. What I did see was murder, and that's what I want them to be arrested and charged and convicted for.
Ben, I haven't forgotten about you, so hold on. And I'm not going to forget about you. I just want to continue on with the family just for a little bit. Okay. So Rodney, hold up that's your brother's photo, right?
Yes, it's on.
Rodney's holding up his brother's. I can see it. It's got a little bit of a glare on it. If you can just bend it down, there you go. And you guys have a house full there. Who all is there with you, helping you get through this?
Family. All my nieces, my cousins, we're all here. It's just like my wife. It's just like my brothers and sisters. They all like that's me. It's bigger than the nieces and stuff like that, and cousins. We all come up together.
We put the picture up that you're holding up, so we had it up on screen, so you're good, Rodney. The reason I ask is because, you know, I said that we had we had two viruses that's infecting America strongly right now, and that is COVID and racism. COVID-19, racism 20. Can you explain to America when people protest over criminal justice and police brutality and racism, can you explain, as someone who's going through this, as someone who's dealing with it, to America, what that feels like and why people are out there protesting for the very thing that happened to your loved one?
I think, frankly, people are really tired of seeing this happen time and time again, and we're just not seeing justice for these people who are losing their lives, and it just happened. And so I think a lot of people can't get angry about it until it touches them or it's their family member. But what we're seeing is
good point.
People at large are really tired of seeing this happen and justice not being served.
Benjamin Crump, I
like what she said right there. She said nobody can really get angry or whatnot unless it actually happened to them. I always say that all the time, people, you know, I can imagine what people going through with something like this happening to their family member die or whatnot, you know, but if it ever happened to you, you can't even begin to feel the pain that they feeling or anything. You're going to imagine how they feeling. So, you know, yeah, people tired of seeing this, but until it happens to you, you don't know the pain that it causes. You know, so I like when she said that.
Initial police statement said that they were able to get the suspect into handcuffs. And
hey, that's neat. How you doing, dear? Good evening.
Good
evening.
He appeared to be suffering medical distress. Without this video, do you think what happened to George would have come to light? And let me preface that, because they're saying that he died at a hospital. There are witnesses who were on social media and who were contacting, and I don't know which one. That's what police are saying that they believe that he died there at the scene. So, do you think he died at the hospital? Do you think he lost his life at the scene? And do you think that this would have come to light without this video?
Well, Don, we know that he went unconscious at the scene. And it's important to note, Don, on my Instagram and Facebook, @Attorney Crump, there is new surveillance video from a restaurant that shows you George Floyd's demeanor. And you look at that video for yourself, it doesn't seem like he was posing a threat to these police officers, and they did not have to use this lethal, excessive force for somebody who they was investigating for a nonviolent forgery charge. I mean, we are seeing I Can't Breathe again in 2020, and it's so much worse because, Don, it's not 1 minute, it's not 2 minutes, it's not 3 minutes, it's not 4 minutes, it's not 5 minutes, it's not 6 minutes, it's not 7 minutes, it's not 8 minutes, it is over 9 minutes. They have a man begging for his life with a knee of a police officer on his neck, and nobody offers him any humanity. I would ask that people take a stopwatch and put it for 9 minutes and just try to imagine George Floyd struggling for breath, struggling for life. How is this not murder?
If you, just about the length of this interview is the time that he was begging to breathe and for the police officer to take his knee off of his neck. Benjamin, I want to thank you, but I want to give the family the last word here. What would you like to say about George?
I would like to say we need justice for my brother. They need to be convicted of murder, and basically do not let for 25 years in jail needs to be murder. And I know he'll say the same to me. He would go all the way to the end. I'm not going to take my foot off these folks' neck for doing what they done. Because this is, I can imagine my brother would not even be able to sleep at night this happened to me. And it hurts me deep.
At this time, it's like when my mother, like the time my mother passed away around this time. She's been dead for like 2 years now. He loved my mom. And for him to be calling my mom all like that, that meant a lot to me, just sitting there. Because he loved my mom. He wasn't the same when she passed away. He wasn't the same. Nobody was the same. We loved my mom. We loved him. And they took him away. That was my mom's freak of nature. She would say that all the time. I want to see my freak of nature. He's a gentle giant. They took him away from us. They on the ground for over 10 minutes. Just what they needed. The man couldn't breathe. They broke his neck. They didn't care.
And you know what? Again, we say neck, but that knee was on his throat. Windpipe. We got to call it like it is. And I'm tired of this crying on TV, and this hurts all of us deeply. And you know, look, we just need murder, complete charge them with what they done. Because you know what, they need to go home to their family, like my brother said earlier. We don't get to see our family. We don't get to see him. We don't get to see
Let me see if I heard him right.
Crying on TV, and this hurts all of us.
So giant, they
And I think I did hear him on, I heard it right, you know, all this crying on TV.
For over 10 minutes. Just with the knee in his neck.
Wow, you know,
The man
I didn't expect him to say that, but does he have a point?
They didn't care.
And you know what? Again, we say neck, but that knee was on his throat. Windpipe. We got to call it like it is. And I'm tired of this crying on TV, and this hurts all of us deeply. And you know, look, we just need murder, complete charge them with what they done. Because you know what, they need to go home to their family, like my brother said earlier. We don't get to see our.
How many of y'all respect what the brother just said right there? Or let me not say respect. How do you feel about what he said? He said, let's be honest, man, all this crying on TV, he pretty much saying this ain't doing anything, man. We want justice. How do you feel about what he just said? Do you feel like, some people may feel like he being insensitive when he say that. But is he really being insensitive? Or he just being straight up? You know? What do y'all think about it?
The man couldn't breathe. They broke his neck. They didn't care.
Listen to him.
And you know what? Again, we say neck, but that knee was on his throat. Windpipe. We got to call it like it is. And I'm tired of this crying on TV, and this hurts all of us deeply. And you know, look, we just need murder, complete charge them with what they done. because you know what, they need to go home to their family, like my brother said earlier. We don't get to see our family. We don't get to see him. We don't get to see his family. It's upset the whole community where you're from in Houston, and you know, family indeed. And this hurts me that I am crying on TV. Another black family going through this nonsense while they at home sitting with their wives and kids laughing because they done killed another black man. You know, it's senseless. They need to be convicted of murder, and it's, man, you know what? Just do y'all job, real job.
Well, Rodney.
We are another family. We don't get to see it right. We got to call it like it is. And I'm tired of just crying on TV, and this hurts all of us deeply. And you know, look, we just need murder, complete charge them with what they done. Because you know what, they need to go home to their family, like my brother said earlier. We don't get to see our family. We don't get to see him. We don't get to see his family. It's upset the whole community where you're from in Houston, and you know, family indeed. And this hurts me that I am crying on TV. Another black family going through this nonsense while they at home sitting with their wives and kids laughing because they done killed another black man. You know, it's senseless. They need to be convicted of murder, and it's, man, you know what? Just do y'all job, real job.
Well, Rodney, I want to thank you, Tara. Thank you for.
Let me see if I can find Rodney on Facebook, if he's on Facebook. I see a lot of them, but I don't know if either one of them is him, though. Yeah, I don't know if Venom is him or not, though. I don't think it is. But however, I did just find something else with Rodney in it. I just found something else with him in it. I mean, I can't get mad at her, you know. He came out with it, you know. Hey, I'm tired of all this crying, man. Let's just keep it real, man. I'm tired of all this. Y'all just do y'all job. He pretty much just said, y'all just do y'all job, man. We sitting at home crying. They sitting at home with their wives or husbands or whatnot. They having fun and this, that, and the third. And we sitting up here. I guess in a sense he trying to say we giving them what they want. They want to see this. I'm assuming that's what he getting at when he says that. Look at this fool on my TV right here.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you.
Let's see what Rodney's saying on this one, because I think this is him too.
Casper's Memorial Day sale is
Jesus
here.
Christ.
So you can see.
Now, if I can find Rodney, yeah, I want to bring him on the show. If I can find Rodney. Excuse me.
I'm joined now by George Floyd's brother,
Rodney Floyd. Also with me is George's cousin, Sharita Tate, and I'm joined as well by the family's attorney, Benjamin Crump. Good to see all of you. Thank you so much for your time. And Rodney, let me start with you. Tell us a little bit more about your brother. What do you want people to know about George?
Okay. He was a great brother, father. He always excelled in sports his entire life. He was a high school star. He excelled in football, basketball as well. Went to college to Florida. He started out there, and also he was an athlete in football as well. And he went to Texas A&M, Kingsville, and played football. And as a person besides sports, you know, he coached kids as well in spare time. He was a rapper, local rapper as well. You know, he's an all-around man. And good to his family, kids, mother, brothers, friends. He would help anyone who needed help. I mean, he had a great understanding of life and great people person, walk in a room and absorb the whole room. And I mean, you would, if you got a chance to know him, you would have loved him. And I mean, you can't name someone that never had a great experience around him. And he was very loving, trusting, and would give it lasting.
Rodney, as you saw those protesters, hundreds of them turn out to demand justice for your brother on the streets of Minneapolis last night. Were you surprised by the public outcry?
Yeah, no, I wasn't surprised. I mean, he was murdered in the streets. And I mean, you hear him crying. And I mean, everyone heard that. I'm not surprised because I grew up in a ghetto environment and where the police do not listen to the people. You know, and I could see him just crying out for help. So I wasn't surprised. The protesters heard it. They heard his voice. They heard his anger. They felt his pain.
There's already been some talk about justice and what justice looks like in this case. Rodney, Sharita, what would justice look like to both of you?
Well, I think for me, the firing of the officers is a start. But justice for me would have them being arrested and charged with murder and ultimately a conviction. Because what we witnessed was these officers execute him publicly. We watched him take his last breath. I'm a nurse by profession, and I knew that he had taken his last breath. And I would venture to say that anybody, without even a medical background, saw that what they did was ultimately take his life. And so I want to see them behind bars.
Okay, I tried to look him up by the city.
Breaking news just minutes ago. The mayor of Minneapolis says 4 responding officers.
I just tried to look him up by the state or whatnot, and he still is not popping up. So I'm assuming he's probably not on social media, or maybe he deactivated his page right now. I don't know, but I can't find him right now. So, damn. Okay. All right, guys. London Link sent me this. He said George Floyd's girlfriend speaks. And I think I might end it with this. So let's hear what the girlfriend got to say about George.
George Floyd's name became known to the world for his last moments on earth. Friends and family are remembering all the memories that came before.
He was not only like the man I love, but the man I admired. He taught me so many things in this life. In 3 short years, he taught me how to be a better person.
Courtney Ross says everybody knew him by Floyd.
Floyd could take anyone and lift them up and lift their spirits without even knowing. He wouldn't want me to cry. He didn't want anyone to cry. I can feel his arm around me right now.
Floyd lived in St. Louis Park, moving here from Houston. The 46-year-old worked as a security guard at Conga Latin Bistro in Minneapolis for the past 5 years.
So to me, he's more than an employee. He's a close friend. He's like a brother to me.
Giovanni and Ruth Thunstrom say he liked his job, knew the names of customers, and would make sure Ruth made it safely to her car at night.
Very sad, very sad.
Floyd leaves behind many family members, including 2 daughters and siblings who loved him.
Faith is something that me and my brother always talked about because he was a God-fearing man.
I don't want people to remember Floyd as another black guy killed by a white police officer. You know, something has to change.
I think the world's going to remember him from now on, too. His name's going to be spoken throughout the world, and he deserves that.
Heidi Wigdahl, KARE 11 News.
All right, you know, judge about what everybody's saying about him, man. He was a decent guy, you know. Just like he probably just like the rest of us, you know. Just got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time and just doing some fuck shit at the time, and thing just took the turn for the worse. You know, all this for over a damn $20 bill, a fake $20 bill, a fake counterfeit. You know, they're just crazy, you know. But like I said when I did my last show about Ahmaud, you know, these videos coming up about Ahmaud, you know, I guess people trying to show that he did have a past. As a matter of fact, I will be doing another update on Ahmaud because I got some more stuff that came. And as a matter of fact, I saw something that they said that his past may fuck up this case. I said, wow. I found something that said his past, what they pulled up on him, his record, may hurt his case. And I'm going to do an update and let y'all see all that. I was like, you know, look, I don't agree with what Ahmaud did by running with the man, towards the man with the shotgun or whatnot. But again, we all have a past. So what does his past got to do with what happened in the present? Unless whatever he was doing in the past, he's still doing it now. And they saying his past may hurt this case. It just may hurt it. But I'll show it to y'all when I do an update. You said there's a longer version? Jen said she found a video where George himself was speaking. And London League, if you wait a minute, wait. This is the same one. This is the same one. But yeah, they saying this man past could hurt his case, you know, and they put, I guess that's why a lot of people put up these old ass videos on him or whatnot. But you know, damn, we all got a past, Jesus Christ. So you know, I don't know, but I'll do an update and let y'all see all that I have found. But in that though, guys, rest in peace to this brother right here. You know, it's very tragic what happened to him. And now we see it was over counterfeit money. And all this shit over counterfeit money. This is crazy, man. Damn. And then what we just saw right there, he was a resisting arrest. So unless there's a video that's actually after where he was resisting. But even if he was resisting, did it really cost for all that though? That's a motherfucking ridiculous. Oh, she said he wanted to forgive him? Oh, wow. Well, you know, some people are forgiven like that. They are forgiven like that. And some people not. You know, so I don't know, guys. But other than that, though, thank y'all for joining. And like I said, I'm shocked that we even had this many people that came over here after I ain't been even streaming this channel and God knows when. It was just fucking amazing to have this many people that came over here. Somebody just, hold on, let me see something. Something just came across my screen. What was that? I thought I seen somebody message me. Hold on, but where is it at though? I just seen somebody just messaged me. There you go, right there. There you go. Oh, somebody say they think they found his brother. Let me see. Richmond, Virginia. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say this him or not. And his last name not Robinson. It's Floyd. Well, according to the news, his last name is Floyd. So I don't think that's him. I don't think that's him. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank y'all for joining. You know, hey, that's my take on all this. Well, really, y'all take, because y'all pretty much be doing most of the commentary. I just been pretty much just been sitting back watching. But nevertheless, though, thank all of you for joining tonight. And till next time, your friend found him. Yeah, well, your friend found that, but I don't think that's him, though. I don't think that's him. But anyway, guys, let me get on out of here. Thank y'all for joining. Till next time, peace.